Well, by now you're probably at least adjusting to your new reality. We've been going through this long enough that you kind of have an idea of what's coming. In our state, the governor ordered a safer at home order, which means everyone, for the most part, for the next month is going to have to get used to being at home a lot more. And there's some blessings with that, but there are also some challenges with the new reality for somebody who's used to seeing a whole lot of people throughout the week. I just don't see a whole lot of people anymore, and that's kind of a hard reality. The Israelites, their new reality was hard in a lot of ways. I mean, even though they were leaving Egypt on their way to the Promised Land, it was a new reality, and there were things that they were used to having and having access to that suddenly they didn't. But they were used to it. They were getting used to it, and then it wasn't long before, in their new reality, a challenge came up that they weren't expecting at all. They had left Egypt. They were on their way to the Promised Land, and God took them through a path that took them to the Red Sea that they couldn't get across. And then behind them, suddenly came Pharaoh's army. He had changed his mind and realized that he was losing his entire workforce. And he didn't want that to happen, so he came after them, and so now the Israelites were trapped, and it was a challenge that they didn't see coming. And I'm going to assume, and you can too, that as we get into our new reality, there are going to be challenges that pop up that you didn't see coming. And it might happen family-wise, it might happen in career-wise, it might be in the category of friends or, finances. But there might be some challenges that you didn't see coming, and you might be tempted to be scared of them. But you don't need to be. When the Israelites were in their new situation that they didn't see coming, a new challenging situation that they didn't see coming, God made a promise. He said, "I will gain glory for myself through all of this." That's what he promised them. I will gain glory for myself. In other words, God's reputation was on the line. And God had no intention of ever making himself or allowing himself to be made, allowing himself to look like anything less than God. God. Bigger than everything, stronger than everything. God. His reputation was on the line. And did you notice who he associated his reputation with? With the Israelites. God connected his reputation with the outcome of what was going to happen in the Israelites' lives. And we might not be from the nation of Israel, most of us, but God has done the same thing with you. You are his child. He purchased you by the blood of Jesus. He has connected his life with yours, and therefore he has connected his reputation with your life and with the outcome of how all of this goes. And God has no intention of letting his reputation take a hit. At the end of this, God will still be known as the powerful, gracious, merciful, compassionate, loving God that we worship. So rest well tonight, my friends. God has associated his reputation with your life. God knows that his reputation is on the line, and he has no intention of letting that reputation take a hit.